Love begins with a moment of recognition, that instant when you notice someone differently, seeing the particular way they laugh or create space for you in a crowded room. This initial feeling carries a sense of destiny, as if the universe orchestrated your meeting. However, the true nature of love reveals itself not in these magical beginnings, but in what follows: the daily choice to keep loving. The early phase of love, what psychologists term limerence, floods our brains with dopamine. During this period of involuntary infatuation, the other person appears perfect, their every action fascinating. We can't imagine ever feeling bored or disappointed by them. Our brains essentially hijack us into believing we've found the answer to everything we've been seeking. But when limerence fades, we face reality, an actual person with annoying habits, occasional disappointments, and human imperfections. This transition marks a crucial decision point. Do we choose to love this person now that the magic isn't automatic? Or do we search for someone new who might temporarily recreate that initial feeling of fate? Philosopher Simone Weil understood love as fundamentally about attention. In her essay Grace, she wrote that the afflicted need nothing else in this world but people capable of giving them attention. This isn't casual, distracted attention, but rather a deep, present awareness of another person's particular struggles and needs. It means showing up even when inconvenient and choosing their well-being over being right. The work of love manifests in small daily choices, deciding to listen instead of defend, choosing vulnerability over protection, placing another's needs alongside our own rather than above or below them. These choices stack like bricks, building something substantial but heavy. The weight of these choices explains why many don't end up with those they love, not because the love wasn't real, but because sustaining these choices became too exhausting. Relationship therapist Alain de Botton points out how popular culture has sold us a destructive myth about love, that when you meet the right person, everything should be effortless. You should complement each other perfectly, and your relationship should mirror romantic movies. When reality presents challenges, when negotiation becomes necessary, when sacrifice is required, we often conclude something must be wrong with the relationship or ourselves. This misconception overlooks love's true nature as a project built together. Like any worthwhile endeavor, it requires skill, patience, and willingness to be transformed by another person. Many lose this willingness over time. They grow tired, begin wondering about greener pastures, and convince themselves that if the relationship were truly right, it wouldn't feel so difficult. Psychologist Barbara Fredrickson's research on positivity resonance reveals that moments of mutual care and attention between partners create biological synchrony. Their nervous systems actually begin regulating each other, making both individuals calmer, healthier, and more resilient. However, this only occurs with genuine presence and attention, something increasingly rare in our distracted world. Most people think they want love until they understand its cost. Real love anchors you to another person's suffering, needs, and unique way of experiencing the world. You cannot maintain complete personal freedom while being fully in love. You must choose which matters more. Many discover they prefer the idea of love to its actual practice, or they value freedom more highly than deep connection. The grief that follows failed relationships often stems not from dramatic betrayals, but from the gradual cessation of choosing. One or both partners simply stop making the daily decision to love actively. This creates a particular kind of heartbreak. You can't blame fate or the other person, only the choice not to choose. Sometimes relationships end because the initial connection wasn't actually love, but rather infatuation with an idea or potential. However, often it's because choosing becomes too difficult, too unglamorous, too different from how movies portray love. We convince ourselves that real love shouldn't require such effort, that the right person would make everything easier. As poet Rilke observed, the point of marriage is not happiness, but more consciousness. It's about choosing to be changed by another person, to grow through the complexity of deep connection. Not everyone wants this level of transformation, and that's acceptable. But choosing to be with someone means choosing that complexity and change. Success in love isn't about finding someone who makes everything easy. It's about finding someone worth choosing repeatedly, even when the magic fades, Even when you're tired, even when leaving seems simpler, those who maintain lasting relationships aren't necessarily those who found perfect compatibility. They're the ones who kept choosing each other, day after day, understanding that the difficulty isn't a sign something is wrong, but perhaps evidence that something is deeply right. The path to lasting love requires accepting that love isn't about fate or destiny, but about conscious, repeated choices to attend to, care for, and grow with another person. It's about building something meaningful together through daily decisions, understanding that the work itself, though challenging, is what creates the depth and resilience of genuine love.